I think we're parked there. So believe it or not, guys, I was actually planning on doing some field work today. I went to 3 different soccer fields and all 3 of them were locked and gated off, could not get onto the field. So I had to come out and play another round. What else am I supposed to do? Definitely a drive we're happy with on this first hole. To get past the pin on this hole is, it's gonna be like that, okay? To get past the pin on this hole with your drive, always good. There's this cool little wood barrier back there. I always just picture my disc sliding up and stopping at that. But I basically just had to take it as a sign from the disc golf gods that if 3 soccer fields are closed, I have to get out on the course. It's telling me something. Oh, that's so good. Beautiful drive. So as you guys obviously can tell, I did bring the drone with me today because I was planning on doing some field work, wanted to make it a little bit more interesting for you guys. But since I already had it all charged up and ready to go, figured I might as well bring it along with. Well, I was just about to explain why I don't usually bring the drone with me, and it happened, because I'm an idiot. So, unfortunately, the drone shots are over. I just broke the blade, as you can see on this one here, off the arm. This drone is awesome because I can set it to actively follow me as I walk. I forgot to turn it off and I walked underneath the tree. When it's in that mode, it turns off all the safety sensors, so it just flew right into the tree, crashed into the ground, and broke a blade off. Not the end of the world, I can fix that. It's extremely unfortunate. I really was hoping to get some cool shots with that. I'm trying the Zone OS too. I've been bagging this thing, but I literally have only thrown it probably 3 or 4 times. Okay, not a bad couple shots. All right, practice round, we're gonna try a forehand out left, and then we're also gonna try to punch one through the middle, see what we can do. Just need to stay loose with my forehand. I've been getting so tight. I realized the other day that I'm gripping this disc like crazy. All I had to do was start thinking about how I throw a baseball, and like that's just you're not gripping the ball hard, and it's just flicking your fingers. I need to do the same thing with the disc, like just stay loose and just snap. That was not very good. I think we're way short. I think I hit that cedar. So here's where our backhand ended up. I actually didn't think the basket was over here still. I thought it was still up over here to the right. So this actually worked out better than I originally thought. The forehand's actually probably really good. Hey, I weaseled it through the trees. That's all I can ask. So the forehand ended up not very far from where we were the other day, but in this basket position, makes for an easy bird. We'll take that. Still having a hard time believing our luck this morning. I mean, how often do you want to do field work? You get up early. Guys, I woke up at 7 a.m. It was 54 degrees outside to go do field work. And I drive to 3 different soccer fields and they're all gated and locked off. For what? Who's using them? Why? Hold that line. For real though, not only no field work, but then I crashed the drone on the 2nd hole. Like, this is ridiculous. We got just a little bit too aggressive hugging that right side, trying to get up here a ways, and ended up hitting some trees. Let's do this step out forehand flick here. Yeah, don't try that one, guys. Try flicking the new Buzz instead. Let's do it again. Get through that. Oh, that was gonna be so good. Oh man, I think we sailed. Did a good job getting up there. That's a hard thing to do, but it actually dives back down past behind the basket and just goes for a while. So if you clear the crest, it's just gonna keep on going. You know, like I said, guys, not really the place you want to end up because of this downhill slope. It's pretty easy to end up back in this thick stuff, but we should at least have a straddle putt. Can't leave them short. Left it short again, 2 for 2. I don't know if you guys noticed, I was so flustered, I forgot to even change my shoes. So we're rocking the Air Maxes today. So with my intention of this being an early morning field work day, it was 54 degrees when I left the house, so I got the hoodie and sweats on today. But it's a high of 88. We are officially in that Midwest fall where you wake up and it's freezing and then halfway through the day you're sun tanning. The bad thing is I really feel like I needed that field work. My swing feels very broken right now. How are we gonna hit every tree? Like, we gotta get one good one, right? So now that I film like almost every swing I take, I've really started to analyze myself. I've noticed my bad tendencies to be getting worse. First thing that I've noticed is for some reason on my reach back, I reach back nice and clean, but then like my arm raises up and back and I start rounding. Like, it's like my shoulders are flying open too soon and I'm like rounding around my body like this. Super weird. And then I also found that I'm like literally approaching the tee backwards. It's like I come up and my feet go completely backwards. Both of them point backwards. So I'm trying to do better about actually like approaching correctly. I don't know. We needed a field work day today. So we're gonna try to make the best of what we can in the woods. Get there. The one day we wear Air Maxes, we just threw into the creek. This buzz in the creek is brand new, and like a fool, there's no name and no number on it. So the dogs are coming out, and we're just gonna go straight for it. Oh, that was close. Oh, looks like we're just going in. Oh, didn't even have time to pull up the pants. Today's the day, guys. At least it feels nice. Now we're gonna have like the muddiest feet ever. Oh, my pants are still getting wet, guys. Oh man. So we're going back down because my feet are covered in mud now. And we gotta try to at least kind of clean them off. This is so risky. My stuff is definitely going in the water. So fun fact about me, guys, I actually hate being barefoot. So much so that I didn't even start wearing sandals until literally this year. Excellent balance here. Look at that. Nothing like an early morning creek water bath. You guys are crazy if you think I'm gonna take a drop and actually finish that hole. Sometimes you gotta just take your losses. That hole won, I lost, it's a done deal. I already have to do a brake job on the van today. Didn't want to add more to my plate, now having to clean my shoes. If this disc goes in the creek, we might leave it. This is one of my favorite discs. Don't you fucking dare, dude. Don't you. This is the look of defeat. Yo, if anybody's got connections with a disc retriever sponsor, hit me up. I could sell a lot of them. They would get a lot of airtime on my channel. But until then, the trusty stick does a good enough job. And thank you to the Good Samaritan who left this implanted in the ground for me. I'm gonna leave it for the next guy. Look at that. We're here to have fun, and getting your disc out of the creek and then taking a stroke and putting for par is not, so we're gonna skip it. So this is one of the most intimidating holes on the course, but we need some redemption for the morale. I have so much mud on the bottom of my shoe. All right, let's focus up. Have a good one here. I can't tell if that weaseled its way through or not. I'm gonna be 100% honest, this was 100% luck. I don't know how we weaseled through. Not only that, but I don't know how we got this far over. They had to have cut rolled once it got in here. But we're gonna take it. We really need some field work, so this will be a good hole to throw a few shots on. I can't tell, we have a headwind or a tailwind? Is it swirling? It's dead right here, but the flag is whipping. It looks like a tailwind. lost the mic. Well, that first shot was ugly. It's a little bit better, nose up though. Still short. Well, now I'm confused. I feel like the disc golf gods are now punishing me for not doing my field work when they're the ones that kept me from doing it in the first place. It's crazy how much golf can humble you. One day you're out here having a good time, shooting well. The next day you feel like a complete imposter that's never picked up a disc before and has no idea what they're doing. Man's in town. You guys have no idea how much I'd appreciate just a nice, perfect drive right now. Well, we crushed it. Missed our line though. Ooh, we got a really nice skip. I think we might have skipped far enough to get into the clearing. Distance-wise, this drive is really nice, but we don't have the best look. We've got a little window through there. It doesn't really have much at the basket. Got a window through here that's very tight and kind of a sucker's gap. And then we've got the actual window out here, but I don't know if I can get anything over far enough to flex it back. Okay, I just called it a sucker's gap, but we have this Zone OS in the bag. I don't know why I still carry this thing. I never throw it, trying to find a purpose for it. I hear so many people say how useful it is, but I just haven't found a use for it more than a regular zone. We're gonna see if we can flex it through this sucker's gap right here. I think I was expecting a little too much stability out of that, but that did give me more confidence to throw a regular zone through the same gap. Just a bad tree kick. I don't know how to approach this better, guys. I think that's one of those drives where you just have to accept the fact that you screwed yourself. All right, we'll take a shot from both zones here. The Zone OS, guys, I don't know. Don't know how much longer I'm gonna keep hauling this thing around. I thought we cashed that. I feel like we've had to straddle putt everything today. Oh my gosh. When rounds are going poorly like this, I like to just find the small things to focus on, the good things, highlight the good. I'm not actually sure what this little box thing's supposed to be, but it does appear that we're out of bounds. But the tournament director said that I could just play from here, so. We're just gonna airmail putts like that. 2 in a row. We just can't win. I was actually gonna skip this hole just because there's so many opportunities to go into the slough. That's what this whole course is. This whole course is designed around the Beal Slough. So for those that don't know, a slough is basically a creek. Not really any difference. But point is, it's kind of unavoidable with this course, but I really just don't want to go back in. But this basket has been moved into an aceable position. Thing is, if you have it chain high and you don't ace it, 100% chance it's going in the creek. If I wasn't so nose up, it would have actually been good. I don't even know if you guys can see that disc. I still can't believe I crashed the drone on the second hole today. The worst part is that I literally saw it coming and there was nothing I can do. It was too late at that point. So I just had to watch it run into the trees, crash into the ground, blades flying everywhere. Not a good time. I've got a big tree blocking 3/4 of the basket here, so we got to get a little sneaky hyzer around it. Oh, it almost dropped it. There it is. God, it's tough. I don't know about you guys, but fall is my favorite time of year, especially in the Midwest. It's so pretty. Let's see if we can't hit this tunnel. Stable out, stable out. Today is really just not my day. That 6-claw buzz I threw though, that really low piercing one, slid really nicely for me and actually ended up in a pretty good spot. Except we got branches on our head. Oh, you know, I never thought I'd say this, but I think I'd actually rather be doing field work today. My swing just feels so broken, and I just need to get some good throws in to get the feeling back together. I think I'm just changing too many things at once. I'm just so frustrated with how ugly my swing has looked lately that even though it's been functional, it just doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right, and it bothers me. I'm gonna try having absolutely zero swing thoughts and just throw this thing and see what happens. That was the worst throw yet. At least something playable. Today is just an all-you-can-eat buffet of humble pie. You guys have stuck around for this absolute dumpster fire of a round. You're a real one. Appreciate you. If we could drop this putt, it'd be a really good way to cap off this round. At least end on a good note. So much wind. I can't even get it there. Well, as always, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.